I mean, if you want to try and turn it over.
I'm like nervous.
You're not in gear, right?
I'm not in gear.
Yeah, see if we'll fire up.
Dude, we're back.
We're back.
So it's been a while since you've seen a video from me, and I'll explain why in just a second. But a lot's happened in the last few months, and this video is going to be catching you up on where we're at with the Z, and we're finally going to get to see it start. So first thing real quick, let's go back to where we left off. This is the final video, finally, in the tucking the engine bay of the LS300ZX series. And in this video, we're going to get the wiring harness put back together and we're gonna start the car up. This is the final video in the series, so I'm not uploading this video until the car is started. What do you say you're looking at over here?
So you've got two wires here. One of them is that 18 gauge switch, which is what's telling it to turn on. But there's also one for the battery. So I just wanted to make sure that I got those correct.
It's crazy that you're keeping all of this organized in your head.
I should have invested in that. I'll take that chance, you know. That's not the same size wire. This is like a, yeah, no, this one is definitely smaller. Can't use this one.
So this is pretty much what this process was like. We had to find other wires from this spare wiring harness that we had that could extend the wires across the car, and they had to be the same size. We tried to find the same color. It was a nightmare.
How are we looking?
I got it. I got the white wire out this side. Is it tight over there? Oh, shit. And then in November, we're still running wires. We're basically running all these wires that were originally going around the front of the engine bay through the windshield wiper cowl. So they're basically coming out inside the passenger fender, and then we're running all the wires through the fender so everything's hidden. Hey, Lucas with the push-ups. That's the cost of admission to my garage, is you have to do push-ups. Here we are in December, still working on wires. Yeah. This is a long project. This is why you haven't seen a video in a while. And then there's the whole radiator fiasco. So I've been through several radiators in this car now. So the first radiator was too small and the fans were overlapping and it wasn't effective. The second radiator you saw, I made a custom bracket for the top and bottom of it, and I got it powder coated black. It was very fancy. I got it fit in there leaning forward, and this happened. I went to fill this thing up with coolant and water started running straight out of the middle of the radiator. So obviously when I was violently trying to put the radiator in, I made a mistake and caused some damage, and now this radiator is no good. And I looked into getting the radiator repaired. It's gonna be so expensive that I might as well just go with a new radiator. And it's a bigger radiator that I think is going to work probably better. So at this point in January, I had ordered a new radiator to replace that, and this is the third radiator attempt in this swap, and here's how it went. Ooh, that radiator is a big boy. It is a big boy. That is gonna be tight. Okay, I'm a tiny bit scared that the fans might not even fit at all. We're gonna test that. I'll just lay this very gently. It's looking a little sketch. Classic. This old radiator have the tanks on the bottom? I'm gonna have to send this radiator back. So here's the issue. So with this radiator, the tanks are on the left and right sides, So when I go to put my fans on here, they're too wide and won't fit. This old radiator had the tanks on the top and bottom, so there was plenty of width for the fans. So I'm gonna have to get another radiator that has tanks on the top and bottom. At least we are making progress in figuring out what we actually need. In February, we just did some more wiring, and Lucas showed me how he was keeping track of everything. It's honestly pretty crazy. They do a quick little explanation of this.
So I just went through the factory service manual and mapped out each connector from what they do to their color combination. So like L being blue, and then just going through each one. Some of them aren't used. Everything that we've deleted, notes to make sure I delete everything. Like these wires that are tied off here for cruise control and other things that are no longer on the car, the adaptive.
Cruise control.
Cruise control.
Ooh.
Do you want the car to run?
So, well, we need to just go through all the lights and make sure they all work properly.
Oh, yeah.
I turn the headlights on and the car starts cranking. It's a feature, not a bug. Because if your lights are on, obviously you want the car on.
Yeah. Like, why would you have your lights on without the car?
It's just gonna run your battery down, dude.
Yeah.
It's to save you from running your battery down. The car doesn't leak oil.
Brother, have you been under it?
Dude, there's
Dog, it leaks oil.
oil.
Yeah.
That's not oil.
No, you go on. That's oil.
That's
Okay.
oil, yeah,
That's
you're
oil.
right. That is oil. Why does it leak oil? This is a brand new engine. Okay, and then March came around and it's to the fun part. We're finally got the wiring harness pretty much put back together and we're gonna be testing a couple things. All right, so now what?
Well, I mean, we can start running through some features on it, making sure that we've got everything.
Okay, so now we flip on the main power switch.
Yep.
And hope that it doesn't light on fire.
It shouldn't.
Flip the switch.
Yep.
Whoa. Hey, my new LEDs work. Wait, why is the pump powered?
That's a great question. You want to turn it off? It's not supposed to be.
A couple things did not work exactly properly, and we had to make some fixes. Power back on. The horn would not honk, and it was blowing fuses, so we had to switch a couple things around for that. Hey, we got light.
And that was the low beam, right?
No. This is the projector is the low beam, right?
Yeah.
That was the high beam. The headlights were on bright when you turned them on, and then when you flashed the brights, it would flash the low beams and turn the brights off, so that was backwards. Had to fix that. I could just leave my brights on to have it normal. Why has this guy got his brights on and he's flashing his low beams at me? But the rest was pretty smooth sailing. Which brings us to the moment we've all been waiting for a few days ago when I was actually able to start the car. Well, is there a fuel line that's disconnected or something?
No, I just have the fuel undone because I want to make sure that.
But you want to crank it no fuel.
Yeah. And make sure she's not in gear.
Oh, it's in gear, dude.
Yeah, I said make sure it's not in gear.
You don't want to see me launch it?
Watch me fold the jacks a second time.
We don't talk about that.
So do one. So you can try and crank it.
So that was without fuel though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's supposed to do that.
Don't crank it, but just prime it.
Uh-huh.
It should click it.
Ooh, I hear that fuel pump
Stop it.
going. Stop it? Are we spraying?
Yeah. And that's why we test. It probably just needs to be tightened up a little bit better.
Yeah.
Where did that stinky at the nollie? Oh yeah. Oh, fuck.
Dude, that stuff will get you drunk.
This one might not, but
E85? I bet you'd feel something if you drank some of it.
I'd be feeling it. I'm for sure. I'd throw it up. We'll give it a minute to dry up. It'll evaporate.
You don't want any explosions?
Nah. Hey, if it goes up in flames, at least you'll get good views, right?
I probably will still get weak views. Is the fire extinguisher ready? Dude, I'm ready to do some burnouts.
All right, prime it again. I mean, if you want to try and turn it over.
I'm like nervous.
You're not in gear, right?
I'm not in gear.
Yeah, see if we'll fire up.
Ah.
It runs. You can kill it.
Dude, we're back.
We're back. Yeah, all the lights work. Starts right up with like half the shit that it's supposed to have in the relay box. The coolant pump works. The power steering works. Everything works. So, well now it's time for cooling this thing.
Yeah, cooling this thing. That is exactly what's left. So that's what we're gonna do in the next video. I have a new radiator set up that should work. So next video, we're gonna put that radiator in, and we should be able to take the car for a drive. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Tranny?
Huh?
Tranny?
I can't hear you. What?
Tranny?
Tranny? Yeah. Transmission.